Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Not Another Mom podcast. It's time to take that mom hat off because this is after hours and I'm making you off the clock. This podcast is here to help you know your worth because damn girl, you're a goddess who deserves to live the life of your dreams. I'm your host, Leslie Sprague, and we talk everything from manifesting to motherhood. Yes, those little monkeys will still creep in here or there. Spirituality to girl talk with your besties, and from business to finding that balance in life. I'm here to remind you that you are worth it. Life gets to be easy for you, and your dreams really can come true. So grab your favorite glass of wine, craft beer, or if you're a whiskey and diet kind of girl, grab that and let's get this show on the road. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Not Just Another Mom podcast. I am your host, Leslie, and as always, I am so freaking excited for this week's episode because I am being called to give you an energy healing. It's been a very strong download, I guess, this week, and it's been like repeating in my mind, just keeps popping up. You need to do an energy healing. You need to do an energy healing. So we are bringing it to the podcast, and I am so excited to do this for you guys. So what I'm being called to heal is a elevation. So this is your elevation activation. And if you have been feeling stuck in your life and in your business, and you just can't seem to break through to that next level, this is for you. And I always, whenever I'm doing something like this with my podcast or on a live, I'm always setting the intention that at no matter what time, day, whenever you listen to this episode, it is exactly what you need in that moment. So let's dive in and get started. So, okay, to prepare for this energy healing, I invite you to find yourself in a comfortable position. It can be seated, it can be lying down, however you would like. And if you are driving, maybe hit pause right now and come back to this at a later date. Let's get started. I'm going to get started with a what I call my scan. So I imagine that you are in a sense on a photocopier, and that light that goes over the page, that's what I'm doing with you. So I start at the top of the head, just like you'd start at the top of the page, and I scan and pick up where I'm drawn. So we're going to dive in. Okay, just a deep breath in and out for me here. Okay, so we are starting at the crown chakra, and it's just feeling a little bit closed off. So just opening that chakra center up, brightening the light from it, and imagining a two-way highway coming from the top of your head. I always preface with two-way highway because this isn't just a one-way street. This, to me, is where when you are communicating with the universe, this is where those thoughts go out, but this is also where the universal downloads come in. So I always love to make sure that there is a two-way highway, a form of communication coming from that spot. Beautiful. Just reinforcing that. And then I am going into your mind. So your mind, like for me, is always symbolized like inside the brain. Whenever we talk about the mind, a lot of people, I think, interpret it as like your brain, even though your mind is not just your brain. It is so much more, but that's what it is being symbolized. And what I am sensing inside here is that we've got a couple things going on. We have a lot of disorganized chaos. And it feels like you have so many thoughts flowing around in your head right now that you just can't seem to focus properly on one. So what we are going to do is, and actually before we do that, there is also a broken record being played. So, you know, those thoughts that you can't seem to get out of your head, and you notice that you're going over that same limiting belief over and over again. That's like the broken record. It just keeps going around that same track. So we're going to get rid of that. Imagine your mind filled with diamond white golden light. We're even going to throw a little rose quartz in there. So imagine the inside of your skull is like a giant bathtub, and it is filled with that diamond white golden rose quartz water or light, whatever you prefer. And we're going to fill it all the way to the top. Beautiful. And then at the base of your skull, at the back of your head, where your skull and your neck attach, I want you to imagine that there is a bathtub plug drain right there. And you are going to pull the cord on that bathtub and let all that water drain out. And what else this is doing is it's taking the broken record with it and those disorganized thoughts. You're letting that all go out with the bathwater and down the drain. And then to help with a little bit of organization inside the mind, I like to set the intention and energetic intention that there is a velvet rope in your mind. So if you think of like when you're going to a club or to a play or a concert or something like that, and you have to stand behind the velvet rope, but there's also the line for like VIP access. So you've got the two lanes. There's the general lane inside the velvet rope, and then there's the VIP lane. All your general thoughts line up in the general lane. And there is a velvet rope across the front so that when you're ready, you just open up the velvet rope, let the thought in, the one thought, and then you close the rope and you can focus a little more clearly. But there's also the VIP lane for those intuitive downloads and those juicy things that you know you need to act on right away before it gets lost in the general line. So just kind of visualizing that inside your mind, the velvet rope, and setting that ambiance. So all your thoughts line up in there and they're not running around loosey-goosey inside your mind. Okay. Now that that feels complete, you can notice in your mind that there is that like squeaky clean bathtub feeling. like on the like Mr. Clean commercials, you can see that like sparkle that is in your mind. It is fresh, it is clear, and it is ready for your elevation. Okay, we need to activate and open up your third eye intuition a little bit more here. So I'm just visualizing a flower blooming. Your third eye chakra is right in between and up a little bit in between your eyebrows. So right in the sort of center of your forehead a little bit. So just imagine that flower blossoming and opening up fully, allowing you to have that strong connection to your intuition. Beautiful. Okay, there is a little bit of, I feel a little bit plugged in your ears, and I'm getting a little bit of sense that it's like that little kid when they don't want to listen to you and they plug their ears and they go la 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 la. That's what I'm seeing. So what we need to do here is I want you to grab an imaginary pair of headphones and visualize that going over your ears. Okay, and we have 4 headphone jacks that come out of there. So we are going to plug one headphone jack into your crown chakra at the top of your head. We are going to have one other headphone jack plugged in to your third eye chakra. And then we are going to have a third headphone jack plugged into your heart chakra so that you are always speaking from your heart. And then we have a 4th headphone jack plugged into your solar plexus chakra. So this is located right at your belly button area, and this is like your gut instincts. You know that this is right. So by plugging in to those 4 jacks, you are listening to the intuition of the universe. You are listening to your own guided intuition. You are also listening to your heart chakra and your true heart's desires and wants and feelings. And then you are listening to those gut instincts, those knowing, yes, this is right, let's go. Okay, so next up is your throat chakra. So there's a little bit of a frog in your throat about speaking your truth. And we are going to just simply plug in the 4 headphone jacks into, so you can envision this however you need, but there's going to be a plug going from those 4 ports into your throat chakra as well. So not only are you listening to those 4 ports, but you also speak from those 4 as well. And just imagining a golden pathway coming up from your throat and out your mouth. Maybe not pathway, but just a golden light, I guess, coming up through your throat, out through your mouth, and knowing that whatever you speak is absolute gold and it is received exactly how it is meant to by the person listening on the other end. Beautiful. Okay. So then I'm being drawn to your shoulders. Your shoulders feel as if they are carrying the weight of the world, and you are holding on to a lot of baggage from your past. Not only does it feel like it's, so imagine like what I'm seeing is that you are carrying a backpack full of rocks, and those rocks are heavy. They're all the things you're not ready to let go of, but you need to because they're only weighing you down. But at the same time, what I am seeing is that not only are you carrying a backpack full of rocks, but there is a cord connected to that backpack anchoring you in the past. And it's a little bit of past life, and it's a little bit of like past memories and traumas that are keeping you stuck from moving forward. So, first thing we are going to do, so it's like you're trying to walk forward carrying a backpack of rocks while being like trying to take steps forward with a resistance band attached to the backpack. So you're getting a double whammy workout in a sense here. So I invite you to visualize either a giant pair of beautiful golden scissors or a sword or an axe or whatever is coming to mind for you. And or whether it's like a magical trident or something like that, like whatever's popping into your mind, visualize that now and visualize yourself cutting the cord off of that backpack, cutting it from those past traumas, lives, letting all of that go. And then I'm just going to visualize sealing that cord on both ends with love so that it can't reconnect, that we're letting this go. And then we're going to take off the backpack. It just feels so much lighter already. Oh, so beautiful. Okay. Then from there, I am being guided to your heart chakra. And it is shining, but you still have walls up. And you're allowing it to shine a little bit, but not fully. So I don't know if you've seen those toys that like kids can get, and when you like open them, they actually break out of the box themselves. So I want you to take a deep breath in here with me. Inhale and exhale. And I want you to imagine that you are inside of your heart. You are your heart. But your heart also has arms and legs for this analogy. And you are going to bust out of that box that you put around yourself. So karate chop it, punch it, like whatever you're being drawn to, however you need to bust out of that box. Maybe magically a chainsaw appears and you're cutting from the inside, however that shows up for you, as long as you're breaking that box down. Feel how freeing that feels to let those walls go and just truly let your heart shine. And immediately what I felt there when you completely let those walls down was that your heart just swelled in size. So kind of like in The Grinch, where my heart grew 3 sizes that night. That's what I imagined, like a sponge sucking up water. It just expanded and fully took presence in your chest. And it is shining so bright. So one other thing we are going to do before we move on from the heart is we're going to imagine a diamond golden white light around your heart. Just that protective field. It's a diamond golden white light, allowing it to truly sparkle and reflect and shine. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Okay. Then we are going down into your digestive system for a quick sec. We are just going to do a quick flush because it feels like there's still some sludge. So not only is your digestive system how you digest life, but it is also how you digest food. It is also how you digest life. So if you're constantly swallowing like lumps in your throat, like that goes through your digestive system as well. So we're just going to go through, starting with your stomach, imagining that diamond golden white light, and just coating your stomach, cleansing and releasing all the toxins and things that you are holding on to. And emotions. We hold on to a lot of emotions as well. So going down through your stomach, your large intestines, your small intestines, and then allowing that just to release. Just imagining it going out the back. Okay. And then I am being drawn to your right knee. Your right knee almost feels as if it wants to buckle, because when we are scared, we are like, sometimes our knees will give out from us and we will collapse. So that knee just is we're going to surround it with a golden, just imagine like a golden energetic knee brace, providing it the strength and love that it needs to keep going, to know that you are taking it in the right direction. And then with your feet, it feels as if there are concrete blocks. So how are you supposed to quantumly move quickly with concrete blocks on your feet? So imagining of course, golden jackhammer, and maybe the tip of the jackhammer is also made of a diamond. So the body of the jackhammer is gold, and the tip part of it is a diamond, because diamonds are the hardest thing ever. So you are going to jackhammer your feet free. Imagine stepping onto the grass, planting your feet, feeling Mother Earth's energy, keeping you grounded and centered, and then feeling the grass beneath your toes, the dampness of the dirt. And before you is a golden path. The golden path is ready for your adventure. So as you step up to this golden path, you'll notice to your right-hand side, there is a escalator button. And like, think of when you are in the airport and you go on those escalators, those flat ones that make you go a lot faster. There is a button beside you to activate that and quantum leap to your elevation. Seeing in front of you all your goals and desires, and as you push that button, they move quicker and faster towards you. And you are taking the action steps that you need, those masculine energy steps, those badass steps to meet the universe where you need. Taking a deep breath in and out. And when you are ready, wiggling your fingers and toes, noticing the space around you, your senses, and coming back to your space. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for listening. If you love this episode, will you do me a favor and help spread the love? Go ahead and leave a 5-star review and share this episode on your Insta stories. If we aren't yet connected on Instagram, come follow me at Leslie & Co XO. And since everybody spells my name wrong, that's Lesley & Co XO. And leave me a line and say hi. Have an amazing day, beautiful, and we'll catch you next week.